Chookies, Cherylyn Bones here once again. This is a bit of a cool YouTube because there's this video games thing, what's called Power Up, and they want me to talk about my favourite sort of video games. We've had video games in our family from day dot. I actually got into video games a lot later, but I remember years ago on a Wednesday, that was a day we set aside. I'd go out with my girlfriends and Terry would have his mates over and the blokes would play Atari. And they used to say to me, do you want to go, do you want to go? And I'd never want to play it because it wasn't even good back then. It was just like a square going boop, boop, boop across the screen. Who wants to stare at that for hours? But I was good at one game. I used to absolutely fucking flog it. Terry and every single one of his mates. It was outlaw, and what it was, you're a cowboy on this side and you're a cowboy on this side, and in the middle was like a cactus shaped thing, and what you had to do, you had to shoot the other square cowboy man sort of thing. So I actually used to play that and flog them at it. So yeah. But when I actually started getting into games, we got the Sega Mega Drive. And in some parts of the world they actually call it Sega Genesis. Well, in Australia, suck my ass, it's called Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive. So we got the Sega Mega Drive and we only got one game on it to start with, and that was PGA Golf Tournament Tour sort of thing. So we'd play that. You know, we'd just sit there for hours having goes, taking it in turns. And Desiree used to always be like, oh, you don't even get any good games. This is boring. And I said, yeah, well, she always used to say, can I ever go? And I'm like, no, this is an adult's game. This one's not for kids. She said, can you get more kids' games? And I said, Des, we're not made of money. This is our toy. You go outside and ride your bike. Play with your friends in the street. This is our time for winding down and relaxing, not children time. Oh, and then she'd go on, my friends at school, they've got Sega and Nintendo. And I said, good for them. And then eventually one of the girls that works in the canteen, she was saying that her family, they actually rent video games for the kids. You know, so me and Terry would go down to Video Easy and we'd get a few games at a time. So we'd clock them and we'd go and get new ones. You know, and Des would always be sitting on the floor in front of the TV, you know, sitting like a rat begging for us to give her a go. And sometimes Terry would want to do it and I would say, no, we're playing. This is our toy. We buy her all the toys in the world. She's got Stretch Armstrong, fucking fairy dances. No. So anyway, I got this game, what's called Another World. Terry didn't like it, but I was absolutely obsessed. And me and Desiree, we actually had a little bonding sort of thing. Back then, Mega Drives and Nintendos and things, they didn't have a hard drive. So when you get to a certain sort of level, you have to write down the code. And so I'd let Desiree write down the code so I can go later and get into the levels. I'd clock that one, I'd clock Echo the Dolphin, Wonder Boy in Monsterland, you know, I was absolutely obsessed. I was a hardcore gamer. Yeah, so anyway, well, while we had the Mega Drive, Terry come home from one day and his mate had given him a Sega Master System too, and that was one of the ones what was before the Mega Drive, so we just gave that to Desiree, you know, and she had a sock because it's not the newest best flash with the lurks and perks. Too bad. And I said to Terry, I said, it's got Alex Kidd built into it, so we're not buying any games. She can clock that first, and she never did. She wasn't very good. Yeah, so then a few years passed and we actually got the Sony PlayStation. And so we gave Desiree the Mega Drive. But at that point, it was rat shit. We'd played it so much that it got to the point where sometimes you'd turn it on for 10 seconds and then it'd switch off. Beggars can't be choosers, so she got all the games and the Mega Drive and she would play that. And I think that fair enough, we've moved on to the newest thing. She can have that. That's when I started to get out of it because all the games, fucking Tomb Raider and all the camera, you know, it's not just walking in a straight line. The camera goes all the way around it. And I get lost and I lose track of where I am. So I can't really stand games now. But my favourite is Another World. And I've actually found Another World on the iPad, so I'm going to play it. The person what made the game all those years ago, they've actually updated all the graphics on it. So it's even better. So I'm going to do a demo for you. Another World. Alright? So this is a bit of a movie sort of thing before you actually play the game part of it. So the man's pulled up in his car and he walks down, and he's actually catching an elevator down to a little sort of science sort of room. So he's going down the elevator, and now he's coming outside of the elevator. Walk him, press the buttons, yep. So it does all this bit for you. You don't need to do any of this. This is just like you watch it. Normally I'd just skip straight past the bastard, but because I'm showing you how to do it, I thought we could watch it and I would talk through it, sort of thing. So he's doing all different science. 3, 2, 1. That's right, and takes the car away and, yep, going down the thing. So that it's a science experiment. It's actually taking him away all the way to another world. So now you've actually come to another world. So you swim to the top. Oh, I meant to do that with yourself. Alright, swim to the top. Fuck. It took me forever to figure that out. It would have been going for a good long hour before we figured out you had to swim to the bloody top of it. Right, so another world. You swim to the top. Make sure you do it so the things don't drag you back down. So out of the water, the little bastard what's up the top, he has actually ran away. And then you've got to make sure. What happened there? Right, so you swim to the top. Now I've done. Got your bastard up the top there again. So look at this bastard trying to get me now. So you kick those little bastards here. Yep. Kill. Yep. And go the next one. There'll be more on the next one. So you... Oh. You fucking cocksucker. You fucking cocksucker. Right. So concentrate. Otherwise they'll get you. Oh. So these ones, let them come to you, because you walk past them and the little spoof thing gets you. Yep, got him. So run. So how many we got here? Oh Jesus, they're all around me. So don't worry about those rocks that's falling either, because they're just part of the scenery. They actually won't get you. One more. Boop, got you. So now I'm going to go into the next bit. That's right, this bastard, this moon bastard. So you go back the other way that you came from. Ah, fuck, you meant fucking hell. For fuck's sake, you meant to... That's right, you meant to fucking run. Tap, tap. When you get up to him, you actually run. I'll do it again. Alright, now you run. Oh shit, come on. Don't. Right, yep, so keep running. Run. Now you jump. Right, now you go back the other way. Come on. Right, ooh, come on. Shit, come on. Oh, that's right. So he says to the man, hello, I'm from another world. Then the bastard shoots you. So then you go to the next stage, which is you wake up and you're in a cage. And so you open your eyes. Right. Oh, that's right. You've actually got to swing the cage in this bit. So you just do left, right, boop, boop, boop. And then you see what's happening there. The cage is swinging. So you can probably guess what's going to happen. You swing it and then the thing's going to... Watch. Just keep watching. Right. Watch this. Next one, watch this. Smashed him. Then what you do, you bend down, pick the gun up, and you follow him and... Yep. You fucking cocksucker. Stop it there. I've actually clocked it, because at the very end of it, you fly off on a dragon. So that's another world. You should go on the app shop and go and get it because it actually is a really good game. It's probably my next favourite game after Columns. I love Columns as well, but yeah. So just get that off the shop and make sure you go and like power up on the Facebook side. Just look for them. But let's leave it at that. You can actually add me on Facebook as well, www.facebook.com/CherylynBarnesAU for Australia. Add me on my Twit site at @CherylynBarnes. #AnotherWorld, mate. And then make sure you add me on my Instagram site as well at @CherylynBarnes. Add me on my Snapchat site, Chez Barnes, and make sure you go and click subscribe so you can watch more YouTubes what I've done and all the other ones that will come out in future days as well. Alright, so let's leave it at that. Pussy kiss. Ciao for now, my chookies. So it's like the sex tape. I said maybe Kim Kardashian has no idea how the tape got out there, but that mother of hers sure as fuck does. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was the same thing again with the robbery.